Fight!
What's up, YouTube? So this is a different video, obviously. Here we got some actors over here. Here we got Cameron, also known as Alex, the Orange Zeo Ninja, and right now is playing Danny in Heroes of Tomorrow. Acting like that, I don't know about that. Yeah, and here we have Chase. We have Chase, who is also known as Sergeant Mike, the Green Zeo Ninja, Flamethrower, a couple other heroes in Heroes of Tomorrow, and obviously new coming projects too. Oh, and also that kid from Hijack Rider. Here we have Milan, also known as the Black Agua, the Black Zeo Ninja. Hyperson, remember that? Cyclone, yeah, and like and Ghost, don't forget Ghost. And obviously y'all know who I am. I don't think I need to address that. So today what we're gonna be.
He's not here. He plays Here's the Tomorrow, and then a Watcher Ammo. He plays my friend, and
Well, basically everybody's.
he plays.
Okay.
He edits all the movies.
Alright guys, so today we're gonna be doing Scary Saturday. Now, basically, I think it's already what it sounds. We're gonna be reacting to scary videos, and the rules of the game is 1, you can't close your eyes. 2, no covering your eyes. 3, you're not allowed to leave the frame. Like,
Yes.
yeah, that's basically all the rules. So, laptop right here, face cam right here. Let's get started. Alright guys, so as you can see, we're going to be watching 26 Horror Stories animated compilation of June 2022. So,
Wait. What if they want to see it?
they're going to see it.
They're gonna have
He doesn't really understand the editing process, but he'll see it when it's done. Alright, let's get freaking ah! A house in the woods. Oh no. Story by Liam.
It started in Ohio. Me and my friends were
Oh,
coming
no, we're
back
in
from
Ohio,
a Friday
guys.
night party. My friends were Ethan, Tim, Lori, and Jenna. We were in a Ford my friend got for his birthday. Ethan was the driver, and me and the others were in the back.
What kind of
We
phone
were
is
going
that?
the way our GPS was telling us to go.
That's
And there was
Android
a
Max.
path.
It's an Android
While we
Max.
were driving, we spotted a small tower to the right in a field.
Bro, rip that straight out of Google.
Wait, can I pause this? I need to go pee.
It took you 50 seconds just to go pee.
Casey, move.
Oh.
Found out it was just some old archery training tower back a few decades ago.
Huh?
When we were about to leave, Lori spotted a door hidden at the bottom.
This is some white
We
people
wanted to
stuff.
get in, but
Is-
it was locked.
I gotta say something. White people? I just got a question. I got a question. Why is it that whenever we're in a spooky house and we're all about to leave, then like Lori's like, oh guys, look, there's a door. Where you going to? Like, I don't think have you
Why
guys
not go
ever
there?
seen
Why
horror
not-
movies?
Why not go there in the first place?
I don't understand
Exactly.
that. I don't understand why white people in horror movies always find the need to go down to the scary basement for absolutely no
No, if
reason.
anyone, like, so if they hear screaming from one way and they have a perfectly way to run.
There's somebody
they're-
screaming. We should go see who it is. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
My friend got some axe from the van and started breaking down the door. When we had broken it, we found another spiral staircase leading down this time.
Spiral
We
stairs.
turned on our phone light
That's
to
always
guide the
creepy.
way, and we were going down. We, Jenna and me, spotted a room at the end.
Just why?
We went in and we saw
The
this
animation.
wide
Yeah.
cobblestone room covered
How was
with
you?
moss and dirt.
What? I'm getting
We
out of
explored
clothes
around
and
it,
from
and
nothing.
I
I want to say
because
boo.
I noticed something. It was a poster from some circus back
Oh,
in
I'm
the
looking that
1900s.
Why are
We
you?
I wouldn't
clearly
even
saw
touch it. I'm
something
already
behind
out.
it. So we went through it, and what we saw was impossible.
Why the hell did you even go down?
A small underground
What if you
circus
get
arena.
lost?
Is that a pentagram?
We also smelled a horrible stench coming from there.
No, it's a
We
circus.
went to investigate and found a chest.
Wait, how long is this video?
Oh,
shoot, this video's like an hour long. Hold on.
I would remember.
Hold on, guys. We're gonna do something real quick. Alright, guys. So we're back. We figured out we're gonna watch 3 stories today because this video is an hour and 26 minutes long. We don't have time like that.
We have to go to sleep.
No, we got a party, man. That's what we're gonna do. I just realized there's like a whole shadow right there.
Oh my
in the
god.
clip.
Oh,
All right, let's keep watching. Let's keep watching.
That is actually.
Entire
We
body,
all moved.
dismembered, rotting body parts.
We're not gonna talk about the pentagram.
Key, rusty and yellowish brown color.
This is my.
If this is true,
Before we could pick it up,
Let's see.
some old
Is it
circus
true? It's not
music
true.
started
it's
playing.
animated.
Just because it's animated doesn't mean it's not true.
A deformed-looking clown. It was about 8 feet tall and it was holding a weapon, a huge claw replacing its hand.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh, it's Shaquille O'Neal in disguise.
If this is true.
It was sharp enough to slice somebody.
Sorry.
We all knew to run for our life. As we were running,
It's Shaquille O'Neal in
I noticed
disguise.
something was
Look at that. Then that.
We
Literally.
locked
That's
the doors
definitely
shut and got out
Shaquille
there as
O'Neal.
fast as we could. We got into the car and sped away.
That is.
You guys should have did that like 45 minutes ago.
What's the whole point
What
of
the
that?
heck just happened? I also remembered
The
one last
killers
thing.
are probably gonna
Before
follow
I
them.
saw that key, I also saw a metal door at the back with a lock perfectly fitting the key I just saw. I don't know what was behind that door. Whatever it was, I don't want to find out.
Ooh.
And I never want to return there again.
Well, this is not scary.
The
All right, night. All right.
I'm 20.
What would you guys? All right, so what would you guys rate that one? I'm gonna give it like a 5 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
What do you think?
2.
2. Dang. All right.
Damn.
All right. Let's get back into this one.
5 for 3. Dude.
Years old, and I suffer from insomnia. I also have sleep terrors, so normally nightmares.
I thought it was
are
night
regular to
terrors.
me. But this one nightmare kept me up for over a day. I went to bed early because I had to pick up a package in the morning, and I'm scared of the dark, so I leave the bathroom light on at the end of the hall. I also sleep in a single bed on the opposite side of my headboard. Don't ask me why, I just never really liked that. But one night, I finally decided to sleep on the top end of the bed, and to this day, I never did it again. I fell asleep and my room flashed red, and I jolted awake, and then I fell back asleep
We did
shortly
that.
after. Now, this was the first lucid dream I had had, and it felt like a new dream, but it wasn't. It was a nightmare. I rolled over and my foot was hanging off the bed, and at the end of my bed was a dark figure.
It's
That
Jeepers
figure was
Creepers.
wearing a trench coat, and it looked
I
like
would've
he was
spawned
wearing
a sword
a
on
cowboy
the
hat
side
or a
of it.
fedora. And he said something that I could remember so clearly,
I would've spawned a comment.
because I remember moving my mouth, but I couldn't speak. The figure's mouth got extra wide.
It's a
It
Demogorgon.
started pulling me in. He had large gnashing teeth, and I slowly felt like I was getting pulled in by my arm. And by the time my arm was fully devoured, normally people say when you die you wake up, but I didn't. I went through this loop of dying and getting pulled off my bed and shredded multiple times.
Wow.
I could feel the agonizing pain more and more, going through these loops. The doctor just continued to sit down with me, so I worked up enough strength to hold on to the other side of my bed. And the clocks that time
Why don't
said it
you
was
run?
4:30, and I went to bed at 1. So that means I must have died in my dreams at least 8 to 9 times. And I finally managed to end it by holding onto my bed and pulling myself and rolling over again, because it pulled the mattress on top of me, and I flipped it over with me when I finally survived the loop. It must have been 5:30.
Why didn't he
and then
just
I
get
finally
off the
woke
bed?
up. And the thing that scares me to this day is that I was on the floor and it was
They didn't be
5:30.
dumb.
And when I
Yeah,
looked up to my
5:36.
right, I could see the dark figure, but it wasn't sitting. I bet it was standing next to the cupboard door. I was so scared and tired,
Oh,
then I
roll the window
immediately
up.
climbed on my bed quietly and just went back to sleep.
Hop out of
I
that
thought
window
maybe
that's
it might
right
have
next
been
to
a
you.
jacket because my jacket for work was black, and I hung it up on my door. When I woke up, there was nothing there, and to this day, I always separate my nightmares and night terrors based on that dream.
Bro, sleeping on one side of the bed. Bro, that was so weird because he said that that's the reason. He said that that's the reason he don't sleep on that side of the bed. Bro,
I don't understand.
that was so dumb. Nah, we get.
Now I can understand it, like, you know, like sometimes like it's
Let's.
like
I don't.
people like
Let's
to
watch.
All right, guys. So we're back. So the last ones were absolutely horrendous. Not horrendous. They weren't that bad. So we wanted to find something else. So we found 21 true horror stories. See, Milan started to punk out in the last part. He's like, no, guys, because what if they're true? You're the same guy that said, oh, let's watch it true.
What if there's a ritual and the ritual actually summons like something?
I don't think they would put that in here. If there was a whole ritual that could potentially kill us all. And
You
if
got
and if they do, Milan's going first. All right, guys, you guys ready for this one?
No.
I'm not ready.
What?
I'm too young for that.
I mean, no.
Obviously.
I mean, if he's
Oh,
too young.
it's true.
All right, ready? Here we
But this is too
go.
scary.
You haven't even watched it yet.
What if it is though? Like, what if?
That's the point.
What if he gets really?
Look at the guy.
My name is
He
Oliver.
looks like
I am a
friend.
26-year-old, and I'm on a road trip with my twin brothers Kevin and Mason.
Bro,
who
his
will be
voice is so
graduating from high
deep.
school this year. Our parents wanted me to. We live in Ohio, but my mom wanted
Why
me
are
to
all
take
these
me
people from
all the way
Ohio?
to Cambridge, Massachusetts, to tour Harvard University.
Bro, what if some of
She
the
doesn't
scary
like
stuff
the idea of
happening
her
in
baby
Ohio?
boys going so far away to college.
I actually
She
saw
loves
this.
the idea of
Actually saw this meme one time. And they were talking about how people from Ohio always be talking to demons and demonic stuff. Like,
You know, most like
Stop
so,
saying
like,
that.
when people.
That's scary. That's scary.
it is. But this is Scary Saturday. Of course, it's scary. All right, let's go. Next part.
two sons becoming lawyers together.
I don't think I'm gonna sleep.
Kevin and Mason have their own ideas of what they want
I
to
don't
do,
think I'm gonna
but
sleep
we're
either. I'm
willing to tour
probably gonna
Harvard
stay.
for Mom's sake.
Me too.
It was late at night as we were driving through the state of Massachusetts. I had been driving for nearly 24 hours straight, and I was tired.
What's up with his
I wanted to
nose?
stay ahead of schedule.
Like, what is that?
He
so
looks
we
like
could
a
take our
girl.
time.
Oh, that's
I
his.
had
Oh, that's a
hotel
whole
room
of his
booked
nose.
and plugged the address into my GPS.
Seems like a girl,
I
Mr.
wasn't
Man.
there yet, muttered Mason, sleeping
He
in the
looks like
back
a
seat.
boy.
I'm
He
starving.
looks kind of like a
Kevin
girl.
groaned from the
Because he
front
got
seat.
big.
On our way to the hotel now, I said,
Bro.
can we stop? Route to the hotel and typed food near me on the GPS map. It led us down some highway called Route 44 in Rehoboth. The
I've never
highway
heard
was
that
dark
before.
and deserted, but this was the quickest route to a McDonald's, and I was starving too. Maybe some food would wake me up enough to get to the hotel.
McDonald's.
I continued down the long dark road, fighting sleep.
Where
I
they
cracked
going?
open
It's
the
a
window
far
to let
where
the
they
cold
going?
air mirror in to keep myself alert.
McDonald's.
To the college.
I had never fought sleep harder in
Yeah,
my
but now
life,
they're hungry,
but
so
I
now
was
they're going to
determined
McDonald's.
to get my brothers some food. Who's that? Kevin asked. Who? I replied.
But this is like
That
driving.
dude out there. Kevin
What's the
pointed
point?
down the road.
What does
where
that
we saw
mean?
the silhouette of a man. As I drove closer, we saw a man with red hair and a full beard,
Ew.
dressed in a flannel shirt and jeans.
But that's like the guy from The
Dirty,
Simpsons.
As though
He's
he
like
lived
a
out
zombie.
in the woods surrounding the highway. Think he needs help? Mason asked. Dude is creepy. I say we keep driving, Kevin replied. It's just creepy because
Kevin's
it's late
smart.
at night.
Kevin's smart for
Maybe
that.
he does need help. I said as I pulled up to the
Bro looks like a whole
Kevin leaned over
alien.
toward me as I rolled down his window. Everything okay, sir? I asked. The man just stared at us.
I would have been.
His
wrong.
eyes were
That is
black,
not a human.
and he had an eerie grin stretched across his face. His teeth were yellow with black gunk in between them.
Yeah.
I waited for him to speak up, but he said nothing. Sir, is there something you need? I asked. He reached up and placed his hand on the windowsill, and Kevin leaned further toward me. The man said nothing. He just continued to stare at us with that
I would
unnatural
throw
grin on
balls
his
and
face.
smash that shit, bro.
Oliver,
I would've
can we
went
please
right into
go?
him.
Kevin asked in a shaky voice. This dude's creeping me out, Mason said from the back seat.
I hope they didn't say that out
I would
loud.
love to help if there's something you need, but if you don't tell me, I'm going to have to leave, I told the man.
You should have been
His
there.
eyes met mine, and I had a sense of dread.
Bro
come
looks
over
like
me.
an alien Giga
I
Chad,
couldn't
bro.
tell if I was hallucinating from being so tired, or if something was really wrong. He finally spoke. I'm wanting to go get some food. Can you take me? His voice was low, and something about it shot a chill down my spine. I looked back at Mason, who was shaking his head adamantly. Kevin shook his head too. If the man wanted to eat, we could take him. If traveling for my job
Oh my
on the
god,
road
he is
has
so
come-
dumb.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. You see a guy that resembles this man right here, do not, I repeat, do not pick him up. As a matter of fact, you see anybody that gives you a bad feeling, you drive. Boom! Like, no, I'm not taking
He
it.
looks like an alien, bro.
Like,
It's not a human.
like he's like, I wanna go get some food.
And he,
Walk there!
You just gonna let an alien go to your car?
and then he was like, I want to get some food. Well, no, like deeper though.
Like he had a very low voice.
I wanna get some
Yeah.
food. Like, no, I'm
You
driving.
want to get my car?
I'm driving to McDonald's. If anything, I'll bring you back a 6-piece.
I'm like, you want to get my car? She's so dirty.
Alright, here we go.
Thing, it's keep a firearm with you. I happen to have one tucked under my seat. Not even Kevin or Mason knew about it. Kevin,
Get in the back seat, I said. Are you crazy? You're giving him a ride? He protested. According to the GPS, we're only 10 minutes away from the McDonald's. What's the harm in taking him for a bite to eat? I said,
Because he is giving us a bad feeling. The man looks like he literally just came out of Walking Dead.
He doesn't even look human, number one. And he's asking you for a ride in your car. You don't know him. You've never seen this man. And you literally said he gave you a bad feeling. And you still want to go through with it.
Like,
That makes no sense to me, bro.
I don't understand. Like, I understand when people like pick up like hitchhikers that really need a ride. I understand that. But some, like, I gotta also like care about my safety. Like, I don't know if like you in the back of the seat, usually like Chase, like look, Chasey's behind me. He's gonna pull out a knife and have me the knife right here. Like, look, do that. Hey man, so you wanna go to McDonald's?
I know, but
Like that scene in Child's Play too.
The guy is sitting there.
Those two
No, no, you said get in the back seat.
No, he told this guy to get in the backseat because he was
Those-
gonna
those
let the guy
guys-
come in the front.
Those guys are very smart. Those guys are very smart.
I don't know why he's not driving.
Except
Alright, next part.
the door.
Kevin crawled into the back next to Mason, and the stranger got into the front seat. I reached down, pretending to adjust my seat, but grabbed the gun I kept under it and placed it under my thigh. The stranger put his seatbelt on. Thank you, he said with a smile that continued to send chills down my spine. I know what you're thinking. I should have driven off.
We
But
said that.
sometimes people do crazy things when they're hungry, and that's what I told myself. Plus, I was prepared in case this.
Yeah,
dude
crazy
tried to
people on
think
crack.
so.
You ever been to Kensington?
I kept my
You
eyes
look like
on
you
the
came out of
head
freaking
and my leg
zombie
pressed
circus.
against the seat, holding my pistol there. The entire time I drove, the man just stared at us. His black eyes
Did he
were from
continue
me
to have that?
to the
The
boys
guys
in
in
the
the back
and back to
are
me.
like, nah.
He then set his eyes
Look
on
at
me,
their
and
faces.
Ah!
I was so scared at this point that I finally pulled over and whipped out my gun, pointing it straight at him. He still continued to stare at me with those black, lifeless eyes.
You're not gonna talk about the red?
To get out of the car, I said as I took the safety off. Kevin and Mason gasped from the back seat.
Bruh.
They seemed more shocked to see the gun than the stranger.
You didn't even give him
In
any
fact,
food.
he looked flat out amused. My hands shook as he
That's the
grabbed
Joker.
my hand that held the gun. He unhinged his jaw wide and shoved the gun barrel in his mouth and pulled the trigger. We all screamed as brains and blood splattered everywhere.
Ugh.
I sped down the road as fast as I could, all of us freaking out. When
Why would you
suddenly,
leave the car?
he vanished into thin air. None of us could explain what happened that night. But after we got to our hotel, we
The
spent the
cricket.
night and drove home without looking back. I did some research when I got home.
Nah,
and
that's
found
not
out
the
the
human.
man we
That's
came
not the
across
human.
was a ghost that many have seen before.
Oh, he's
He's
a
known as
ghost?
the redhead in a flannel shirt ghost on Route 44 that smiles eerily at passing cars. I will never drive on Route 44 ever again.
You won't even drive
My name's
anywhere.
Flint.
Alright, so
Also, but-
I'm gonna say this. So they say like ghosts, like they only like roam these mortal grounds if they have unfinished business. Was his unfinished business that he never got his McDonald's?
Bro.
Maybe if we drove him there to give him his McDonald's, he'll stop haunting people. You guys trying to go on Route 44?
No.
I'm not driving you in. Alright, so
Bro.
what would you rate that? I would give it like a 8 out of 10. It was alright.
Okay,
7.5.
So I want to know what was the whole point of putting him in your
6.5,
car
6.5.
just to drive him near the
6.5.
McDonald's and then just kill him?
Well, remember the guy pulled the trigger
Yeah, but like, what was the point of like pulling out the gun?
to get him out of the car.
Yeah,
it was to
because
threaten
he
him.
started acting creepier.
So no, I'm saying
Like, look, Milan, if I stared at you like this, you didn't know me, and I was like this the whole time, and I'm looking at you while you're down.
Look, he be looking like this.
That's weird.
That's creepy.
No, but listen. Like, what was the whole point of taking him in the car? Just to point the gun.
Because he didn't know he would.
Cause he's like he said, he's like people do crazy things for food, but then he still got like that unsettling feeling because he was just looking at him like
I
that.
know,
while
and
he was
then he started staring at him more like weird.
Yeah, I know,
and
but
then
like he
that's
got
when
he got the, like the bad feeling the first time, and he did.
I know,
managed to set
but
the
no,
car.
but that feeling.
And
was
he barely
weird.
drove, and then he like, and then he put out the gun. So
You know, like,
what was the whole
you
point of
know-
taking him in then? That doesn't make any sense.
No, it was like when I went to the water park with Nasir, that giant slide. I was like,
Oh yeah, if you
I
haven't seen
got-
that video, you should go watch it.
I got a bad feeling about it. And then but I was like,
Bro,
oh,
let's
it's okay.
freak out.
And then I went in it, and then I felt more freaked out.
And then you did it, and then you did it again, and then you did it again.
I didn't do it again.
You did it more with me, didn't you?
We only did it once.
Well, I did it multiple times. I did it like 3 times.
Where'd y'all go?
Well, guys, that's the end of today's video. We'll probably do more of these some other time. And until then, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
All right, guys. Later.